Hi, for those who don't know me, my name's Wendy Capewell and I help people create the world they want. I guess I'm going to start by saying I don't have a 6-step formula to success. How can I? How can I give you the formula to success when I don't know, first of all, what is success to you? What does that mean for you, success? It can mean so many different things. It could mean you want to have a really brilliant career. It could mean that you wanted to write a book and be a famous author. It could mean that you just want to be contented in your life. It can mean so many different things. So how could I produce a 6-step formula? That really means that I assume that you are just like everybody else and your problems are the same as everybody else's, and the solutions and the answers are all going to be the same. But you're an individual. Your feelings and your beliefs, your thoughts, your life, your personality is different from everybody else's. So why would I say I can create a 6-step formula to success? And I do have people coming to me and say, I want you to solve my problem, and I want you to solve the problem now. I want to feel better now. Okay, I know we're all impatient, me included. But how long have you had this situation that you're discontented with? That's the question I ask. And often they'll say 3 years, 6 years, 12 years. Ever since I can remember. That can be 30 years. So therefore, how do you think that you are going to resolve those negative patterns that you've been in 3 or 4 weeks? Not going to happen, is it? First of all, you've got to discover what you're unhappy with. And sometimes people don't even know that. They'll say, well, I just don't feel right. Something's not working in my life. But I don't know what it is. Or I'm feeling low. Or I'm feeling anxious. Or I'm feeling my relationship isn't working as I want it to. Okay. Those are the symptoms. But what's the cause? Let's look at, really get down to it. Let's dig deep, and that's what I'm good at. We dig deep and find, let's explore it, because this is a joint effort. I don't have all the answers. You're your own experts. But together, that's what we do. We dig and delve and rummage around, back in history, back into lives. When did you feel okay? So you were all right then? Or can you remember when that started? All of those questions, because we need to try and find out when all this issue started. And then we can look at what was going on and around the negative thoughts that were happening at that time. Because that's what happens to us. We get those negative messages or negative events that happen in our lives, and then that makes us feel, well, we write the rest of the script, don't we? That's the way I am. So how can you have a 6-step formula to success? Can't possibly. I don't know what's going to work for you either. I have a great big tool chest which is being developed over, well, how many years? Well, if you take me, I'm not going to tell you how many years, but it's a very long time because of all my experiences. It started when I was a baby because my birth was traumatic. I couldn't stay with my mother for 5 months, so that was traumatic. At 4 years old, I contracted polio and spent several months in an isolation hospital with my right side of my body paralysed. You know, there are so many events and they started very early in my life. And then we go through all the other things that happened, including cancers and redundancies and broken marriage and being a single parent, being homeless. I could go on forever. I mean, lots of my personal experiences, but they're not, I'm not going to say I understand because I went through that. It just gives me more insight into those feelings of being homeless, not having anywhere to live, having a serious illness, and being terrified of whether or not I was going to survive it. Being that journey of being a single mom, having no money, trying to make a pound of sausages and a pound of mince and vegetables last the whole week for a family of 3. How were frightening times and worrying times. But it doesn't mean I know what it's like for you, because you could feel very differently about those feelings, those events. But it gives me more insight. Now add on to that my training. I trained for 4 years. It started with a journey of self-awareness. I began to learn more about me and how I functioned in the world. That was really incredible. And 4 years later, I flew the nest, a little fledgling, launching myself into the world as a counsellor. And I've gathered. Along the way, I learned an awful lot. All types of ways. Counselling isn't just one word. It's not just one way of being. There's lots of things that come into it, and different ways of working, different kinds of techniques, different views, different ideas, and I bring all of that into whatever the client needs. Not what I think they need, or not that formula. It's what do you need to be helped with? What is it that's, it's individual. One size does not fit all, any more than you go into a shoe shop and say, I'll have that pair of shoes of that size. Doesn't work. So that's why I don't use a 6-step formula to success. So think about it. What is it you need that you want some help with? What is it you want to make your life successful? What is it that you really crave in your life that will make you feel happy, contented? What is it you want? And if you don't know what you want, then that's something else I like helping with. We explore it together. But you may just be feeling just a bit wobbly, not quite sure, but you don't have to be in crisis for us to work together. Don't get to crisis, in fact. I'd say tackle it before you get to crisis. why not jump on a call with me, have a chat with me, see what you need some help with, how I may be able to help you. I'd love that. So pick up the phone, message me on Facebook. I'd love to hear from you. Always happy to help, because that's what I do. I help people create the world they want on their terms, but I don't have a